My first question comes from Allison. She asked me, I'm against private ownership of primates, but I have primates in my care. So which is it? Am I for captive owning of primates or am I against it? It's a very good question. I get asked this question actually quite a bit. I'm actually against it. I do not believe that monkeys make good pets. I think they are a lot of work. I think it's a lot more than most people can handle. But that being said, if somebody is dead set on getting a primate as a pet or already has a primate as a pet, I'm not going to deny them the knowledge that I have on them and the research that I've done on them and my own personal experiences with them. I try to educate people and let them know that it is a bad idea. And I've had people come over and visit with my primates and see exactly what it's like. But if somebody already has one and they don't know all that they should know about it, I'm not going to sit and ridicule them and tell them you're awful, you shouldn't have done this. I would rather try to help that person and share some experiences with them on housing, food, enrichment, so that maybe their primate can have a better life instead of just throwing people under the bus and pointing fingers. I think maybe we can at least try to help out the primates that are already in captivity. My next question comes from Michael, asking me if I don't think primates are good in captivity, why don't I give my primates to another sanctuary? Why do I keep the primates if I don't believe it's right? That's a good question. At first, when I first obtained a few of these primates, I tried to find them homes. I tried to find good sanctuaries or zoos to send them to. I did a lot of research on the internet. I found some very good ones. I found an awesome sanctuary in Florida that I thought they would be great at. It has pretty much huge outdoor enclosures. It's tropical there. It's pretty much the perfect setting for a primate that would come from Central America. So I was trying to get a squirrel monkey in there. She told me that there was a waiting list of 50 already, and they have no room right now. So, and this was the case with almost every sanctuary that I called that I thought would be a great place for the primates that I had to go to. That's when I decided that a new place needed to be opened, that there's so many monkeys that people buy as babies. They're cute, they're cuddly, they're baby. But once they hit adolescence or they hit maturity, they're not so cute anymore. Aggression comes into play, and they don't want them anymore. So most of the sanctuaries across the United States are full because of this. They're also full for other reasons. Lab research monkeys will go to a lot of sanctuaries. And then zoos, on the other hand, usually stick with certain species of monkeys. A lot of zoos like to work with endangered species, such as the cotton-top tamarin or lemurs, to try to preserve the species, so they don't have room for these other monkeys that are more common, and especially more common in the pet trade. So I did do research, I did try to find places for them to go, and that made me come to the conclusion that there needs to be another place. There needs to be another sanctuary open so that more of these primates that aren't getting the proper care, or just people that are overwhelmed and they can't take care of their monkey anymore, there needs to be another place for them to go. And then that's when I decided to start breaking ground on the Royal Zoo. My next question comes from Kate, asking me what kind of enrichment do I provide for my primates. I provide all kinds of different enrichment. Sometimes we'll hollow out watermelon and just put holes in it so the monkeys have to reach inside to dig the fruit out of it. There's different types of devices. There's foraging boards. There's different types of PVC, little like mazes almost that have holes in them. You can put raisins in them. You really want to try to work a primate's brain as much as you can. And the wild primates spend most of their time foraging. This is how they get their exercise. This is how they get their mental enrichment. So we try to provide that in a captive setting. In the winter, when the primates are usually inside because it's too cold outside for them, I like to put grass seed down, so in spring the grass is just overran, it's just really tall, and then I'll throw different grains and oats and raisins into the grass, so they spend a lot of time sifting through the grass trying to find the special treats in them. We give a huge variety of fruits and vegetables and different primate diets, and we try to hide some of them. We try to put them in different kind of enrichment toys to give them more stimulation. We also have enclosures that have tunnels to other enclosures on them, and every once in a while we'll open the tunnel and let them go into the new enclosure. And the reason why they don't have the full access to the other enclosure all the time is because we will switch up the other enclosure. We'll put new plants in them, we'll let the grass get real tall in them, maybe put a water feature in them, new toys in them. So every time they go into it, it's like exploring a new place. So that's just a few ways of how I try to provide enrichment. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. There's a lot of information on the internet that you can find. You can freeze different fruits inside ice cubes and give them those. You can hang different types of things, and there's tons of different food options. Capuchins and squirrel monkeys like mealworms. They like different types of insects. I don't give them to them. I dump them on the floor of the outside enclosure, so they have to chase them and catch them. So this provides a lot of time, and even after they've caught all of them, they're still looking for them because they think there's still some there. Just anything that can work their brain is what we try to provide enrichment to the primates, and we're constantly trying to think of new ways to provide new enrichment for them. The next question that I have comes from Jason, asking, do I let people interact with the primates in my care? The answer to that is no. I do let people see them. I do try to show them how we take care of them, how we clean, how we interact with them, but I do not let people interact with them. Unless it's a person that has been volunteering or working with us, we do not let the public interact with any of the primates. There's a number of reasons why we don't do this. Safety is the number one reason, not only for the people, but for the primate too. Lots of things can happen. The primates have teeth, so pretty big teeth too. So anything could happen. Somebody could get bit, somebody could get scratched, and also diseases and sickness can be easily spread between primates and humans and vice versa. If somebody has a cold and comes over and wants to see my primates, I don't let them come around until they feel better, because the primates can also catch bacterial infections, different cold symptoms, and different diseases from people, as well as the other way around. The primate can pass it to somebody else. So we don't let people interact with them for, say, as touching or anything like that. We do let people see them from a distance, but we don't let anybody enter the enclosures or get within so many feet of the enclosures, because one, we're keeping these primates as happy as possible in a captive setting, which is already hard enough. We don't want to stress them out, and new people do stress them out. So we want to educate the public. We want to educate people that have primates, that are wanting primates, or that just are interested in primates, but we also want to keep the primates as happy and comfortable as possible too. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments underneath this video, and I may answer them on the comments, or I may answer them in the next video. You can subscribe to me on YouTube and see all the videos that I have. There will be more to come. There will be videos on other species of animals, not only primates, and there will also be videos on the sanctuary zoo that I will be opening in 2015, the Royal Zoo. You can follow me on Facebook too. The page is The Royal Zoo. Thanks.